Okay, go ahead.
All right, so one of the things we were talking about off camera was about your water. Now you have a tankless, what is it?
It's a tankless water heater. You don't have all this hot water sitting in a big tank. It goes through and gets heated right away. And so when we got it, my wife's like, well, how come it takes so long for the water to get hot? And I'm like, well, it's still, she goes, oh, I thought we had that new water heater. I said, well, it still takes time to get all the way through the pipes. You've got all that cold water sitting in your pipe for, a mile, from your garage all the way to the back of the house. So I was just thinking about the calculation of how much water we waste, just waiting for the water to get hot. And it's ridiculous. All that water sitting in that pipe is completely useless. It's great cold water, but if you want to wash your hands, what are you going to do? Sit there and run the water for 5 minutes?
Everybody does it.
And all that water goes down the drain. And then you wash your hands for 2 seconds and turn it off. So
how much do you think is in that line?
Gallons. There's no two ways about it. Yeah, I didn't do the math.
I have a one-story house. What?
I didn't do the math. I'm sure that if I calculated the volume of a pipe per foot, I could figure out how many feet. But it's a lot.
Dude, here's what you do. Just run the water and capture it all and then measure it.
Right.
When it starts to get warm, stop.
Yeah, I could do that. But the thing is think about it. Let's say it's 2 gallons. Okay. So I waste 2 gallons every time I wash my hands. I wash my hands maybe, 5 times a day. Right. So, or more. Right. So, I'm going to waste 10 gallons a day. Every person on the planet is going to waste 10 gallons waiting for the water to get hot. It's ridiculous. Why is it we don't have like local heaters, like a small, and I'm sure they make these, but like a small thing that heats it right away, heats it locally, and when the water starts to get warm, it turns off, and you just start using the warm from the garage. Or you don't even have a garage one. You just have local heaters that just heat the water as it goes by. Why not have local ones? Well, I can imagine why that would be. And that the reason for that is that it's expensive and you have multiple locations where things can break. They'd have to be electrical. They couldn't be gas. So there's a lot of reasons to not do it that way. But to have a local one.
It's funny though. That's funny because we spend all that money on the shower head. Right? We spend all that money on this great shower head, and what do? We just let it run before we even get in for the longest time.
Yeah, and no one thinks anything about it. We don't think. We just, shh, I'm letting the water run to get hot. Really? No, what you're really doing is wasting water. I'm taking perfectly clean water and running it down the drain to the ocean again. So how much water do we as a society do that to? It's crazy. Here's the other thing. Why not take that water, instead of having a tank for your hot water, have a tank for your cold water, and you take the water out of the pipe and send it back to this storage tank, and then until it's hot, and then reroute it back. So you just turn it on, it's hot, and it's recycling. Yeah, exactly.
Because of money.
Yeah,
it's good. They'd rather waste money than spend money to save money.
Yeah,
that's all.
It's just how long before we make these kinds of changes to where we're not wasting water and we're not wasting resources. We just waste resources like crazy. It drives me crazy.
But that's how it is. How many times are we so worried about this over here and we should really be worried about this too? It doesn't make sense.
Well, I think of crazy, stupid things like paper plates, right? Okay, so I'm going to make a sandwich. Do I put it on a paper plate and waste paper? Or do I put it on a regular plate and waste water because I have to wash it? Like, what do I do? What do I do? What's the right thing to do? And I think to myself, well, paper can be recycled. Well, so can water. It's like, I don't know. I look at those two things.
Ready?
I don't know what to put it on.
Do what I do. Just do what I do. Use a regular plate when you're done and go onto the kitchen floor and then put it back in itself.
Remind me not to eat at your house.
No problem. Okay, so let's ask people, because we don't have an answer for this problem. It's just a waste of water. So let's let people suggest ideas. Maybe they have a better design than we do.
Yeah, or they know about some product. But I want whatever the solution is. It's a good solution. I haven't thought about it long enough. And I'm sure other people have thought more about it than I have. But there's a good solution out there. And my question really is, how long before we get them into homes, into new homes, so that eventually that just becomes the norm? All right.
Right. All right, we're good.
Talk to you.